Digitize and monetize with iEnt Live, the only platform that provides complete digital support for entertainers, promoters, businesses, and entrepreneurs. Leverage our one-stop digital ecosystem that will allow you to promote your music, sell albums, and host paid events, host webinars and sell courses, promote your concerts, sell tickets and live stream events, and market your business or project to generate new customer leads, traffic, and more. This is all supported by our homegrown AI-driven digital marketing infrastructure that has successfully served hundreds of clients around the world. To learn more, send us a message or call 765-4641.
Hi, good evening, and welcome to Bloodline Podcast. My guest this evening is a very special lady. In my book, she's a diva. She sings everything: jazz, pop, opera, you name it. I'm talking about Leandra. Welcome, good evening. How are you?
Thank you, I'm fine. How are you?
I am well.
Good to hear. Good to hear that.
So let's begin at the beginning. Where were you born? Where you grew up? Tell me about your family.
I was born right here in Trinidad and Tobago. I was raised in Trinidad and Tobago. My mother is a photographer. You may know her. Andrea De Silva.
Right.
My father's in the U.S. Marines, and that's my parents met while he was stationed here. So that's
and sisters and brothers.
I have a sister, a little sister. I have two older brothers and lots of nieces and nephews that I have the pleasure of being auntie to. And I sing. That's what I do.
So tell me about schooling and things. Where you went to school?
I started primary school at McGrabber Girls. And then I went to Corpus Christi. I stayed there for a little while. I finished off at Elders. And I took about a year off. And then I went to University of Trinidad and Tobago, where I did my degree in music, specializing in voice. And the area that we focused on was Western classical music. So that's operatic singing. So I spent 4 years training to be an opera singer and refining my craft in that way.
This singing, where is the love for singing? Where did that come from? How? What? From a child you always love singing? What?
I was always singing. I've been singing, my mom could tell you, since I was a toddler. And I remember she would talk about one story, and my father he heard me singing. He was like I was singing like Whitney Houston or something like that. And he was like, that girl, she's going to be a star. And, at primary school, that's when it really, really started. The whole singing career started. I used to sing a lot all the time in class. I had a teacher who heard me singing. She encouraged me to join or to enter 12 and under.
You did?
I did.
What happened?
And I went there we ended up going 3 different times. Because Auntie Hazel she had selected her people, like her singers and stuff already. And after the 3rd time, she was like, out of courtesy, I will listen to you because you've been coming here. She told me, my mom was very adamant on going every weekend. She said, out of courtesy, I'll listen to you. And when she heard me sing, I sang Summer Over the Rainbow. She was like, oh my gosh, she has a gift from God. And that was, I entered, I got in a competition. I placed 2nd and did stuff for the choir, did music festival, did Sandfest, where I won that 3 years in a row and won like trophies. And yeah, it's been going since then.
Quite a journey. Tell me also about, you mentioned university. There's UTT?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that. You said operatic
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, at the point in time, that was what was being offered. I know now they provide different tracks for students. So there's some who want to do, if they want to do jazz, they can go along that track. Who want to see any classical track, they can. I think there's something else in between, but I know that they offered different things at the time. I was able to do some jazz courses while I was there for Anthony Woodruff. And those were really, really awesome. So I got to do a lot of different things while I was there. So it wasn't just,
But you have a love for opera, don't you?
I do. I have a great love for
I
it.
know opera, they equate opera with Italy. Have you been?
I've never been.
You have to.
I know. I want to.
Do a performance in Rome.
Yes, at La Scala. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Yes, that would be it. So, as a young person, who are some of the influences you had? Who influenced you? Well, Daddy say as a staff from the beginning, but who has influenced you, with singing?
I've had a lot of influences. When I think of the influences I had, I think of the music that I was exposed to as a child growing up. I had 2 siblings who were like 8 and 10 years older than I was. So my mom, she liked Celine Dion and Barbara Streisand and Andrea Bocelli and Sarah Brightman. And my brother, my eldest brother, he was like really into the platters and into jazz, so like Etta James and Ella Fitzgerald. And then my other brother, he was into like reggae and dancehall. So like
You
it was
you had music all around you?
all around me all the time. It was great.
But so what were some of your favorite songs back then?
Pardon?
Some of your favorite songs that you like singing?
Ooh. That's a good question. Back then, no, that's a lot. Ooh. What was one song I really loved?
Let's put a little benchmark. Let's say at the age of 16.
16.
What's your favorite song?
Oh gosh. I really can't remember right now, I have to like look through my library because I know I used to have playlists. Like I would make YouTube playlists because like music wasn't easily available. So like I'd have to look through that and see what stuff I was listening to at that time. I might be able to tell you. I was really big on like punk rock when I was around that age. So I would say it'd probably be something from Paramore or Panic at the Disco or Fall Out Boy or something like that.
The first time I saw you sing, heard you sing, was at We Beat in St. James. You remember that?
Yes.
How old were you?
I was 9, 10.
9 years old. 9, 10.
Yeah.
And you sang one of my favorite songs, Patsy Cline's At Last?
Etta James.
Etta James At Last.
Etta James
sorry.
At Last, yes.
Why do I keep saying Patsy Cline? Etta James. How was that experience at 9 years old? A little girl, 9 years, singing in front of this big audience in St. James.
It was terrifying.
It was scary.
It was terrifying. I always got very nervous. I still get very nervous when I have to perform. But back then, I didn't really know how to manage. I didn't know how to manage it. So like it would get to the point where I'd even throw up because I'd be so nervous. Yeah, that was it was.
But you were incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Incredible.
Thank you.
I enjoyed the performance.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that.
Over the years, 9 to now, what has been your most memorable performance?
I would say going to Hungary to perform in Porgy and Bess. That would have happened in 2013. Anne Friedel, I'm sure you know Anne Friedel, she was the dramatic soprano. They actually had the show running a couple years probably like early 2000s. I can't remember the exact year. And I was able to be part of that back then. So I was familiar with the music, and they were looking for singers to take across to be part of that production at this open air festival at Szeged, Budapest, which is a little city within Budapest. And Anne had the opportunity to take some local singers with her, and luckily I was one of them. So that was one of the, just being able to travel to Europe and perform for international audience. It's been one of the highlights, I think, for me. The memories of being there, preparing for it. It is one of my top memories for sure.
So we have reached the part of the interview called blood pressure.
Uh-oh.
I ask you some questions and you make choices.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm still a little scared. Okay, let's go.
No nervousness, okay? Cheesecake or fruit cake?
Cheesecake.
Sugar cake or pepper mango?
Pepper mango.
Eh?
Pepper mango.
Pepper mango. Ice cream or smoothies?
Ice cream. I love ice cream.
Mall shopping or shopping on Charlotte Street?
Oh, cool. Charlotte Street, you got good bargains there. Boy.
Beach or pool?
Beach.
Instagram or WhatsApp?
Instagram.
Books or TV?
Can I say both? Or do I have to choose? I like both. TV. Let's go TV.
Romance or comedy movies?
Romance.
Romance?
Mm-hmm.
Alicia Keys or Lady Gaga?
Alicia Keys.
Easter or Christmas?
Christmas?
Well, you seem to have come through with flying colors. You answered all the questions correctly.
Yeah. That's good.
Today's podcast is sponsored by Caribbean Spring Water, natural alkaline spring water from the Northern Range. So, you've had quite a career, or you're having quite a career. You're still quite young. So, from the age of 9, coming forward, and the time what the nervousness at the beginning, tell me about your advice for young women who wanted to become singers. What advice you have for them?
I would say, well, as a singer who has, I value things like technique a lot. I think it contributes to longevity of your career and the health of your voice. So I would say get yourself some voice training, get yourself a good voice teacher. And besides that, be comfortable with standing your ground and not bending because of something that you think might be a good opportunity. Always stand your ground. That's what I would say.
How important is the academic side of singing? You think you'd advise them to, if they're really serious about it, to get into the academic side of it?
That's an interesting question. It definitely has its value. I was able to take away a lot from it. But one of the things that comes with going to school is you kind of develop the thinking of preparing performances to get grades or for what your lecturer or your teacher wants you to do. So in that way, it could be a bit ticklish, but there is a lot of value in going to school and learning about music and studying about different composers and music from different eras and just the theoretical part of it. It's also helpful, and it makes it easier in certain ways in how you navigate in your career, I think.
I get the impression, or I have gotten the impression, listening to a little opera myself, and having been to Italy myself, and actually seeing opera in Italy. That academic side, understanding not just the techniques of singing and stuff like that, but the history of a particular song you might be doing. You know, it tells a story that I guess that is important as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
From the age of 9, so tell me about that journey from 9 to now. How that journey has been? Has it been all fun? Has there been tears? Have there been disappointments? What?
It's been a lot. You know, there's good and there's bad that comes along with it. I can't. It definitely wasn't always easy. You definitely come across some challenges, but I think when you have good people around you and people who genuinely support you and genuinely care about you and your well-being, it makes it easier to navigate through those times. And when you come across people, you will come across people. I have come across people who have not been the kindest, and you could easily allow yourself to get discouraged by it, or you could use that as a learning experience or a stepping stone to move forward and know how to move in the future. So it's been a journey. There have been times where I completely stepped away because things felt like a lot, and I did start at a very young age. So it was a lot for me to deal with and process, with all the attention and stuff that I would get from people. I wasn't too comfortable with that at all, to be honest.
How are you know with it?
Pardon?
How are you know with that?
It's better. I can handle it better now. I know how to set boundaries and stuff with myself.
You have a sister who's also academically astute and good in performing as well. Tyler.
Yes.
What kind of relationship you have? Has that growing up as sisters? And she's the little one, right?
She's the little one.
She's not the pesky one, right?
No, she's the exact opposite.
She's a nice angel.
She's a sweetheart. She's a beautiful person. She's my best friend. Easily. And we grew up that way. We were always very close growing up. Even now, she moved to the US almost a year ago. And we still talk every day. FaceTime every day. We chat every day. And I love that.
Tell me something. If you had an opportunity or the desire to do it, collaborate with a male, one of today's male singers, soca, whatever it is, R&B, whatever, from Trinidad. Yeah. Do you have anybody you have in mind that you'd want to sing with? A male?
Yeah. Cass.
Cass?
I love Cass. I love his music. I think he's great at what he does.
Yeah.
He's doing a really good job. And I love how versatile he is. I feel like he can do just about anything. So, I don't know. He's always been like,
Yeah.
Great
I hope he listen and, do something about that.
I hope so too.
You have a big show coming up on this weekend, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
Yeah? Soundtracks Through Time. Tell me about that.
Okay. So Soundtracks Through Time, that is a show that I am doing this weekend, Saturday, the 5th of November.
Yeah.
And it's going to be based on songs from movie soundtracks and from movie musicals throughout the decades. So some songs from Sound of Music, Phantom of the Opera, Grease, Pocahontas, things like that.
Where's the show?
It's going to be at the Little Carib Theatre.
And what time it begin?
6 o'clock.
And tickets are available where?
Tickets are available at the door. There's also a link that you can look at that will send you to you got all the information to purchase it. And we have some amazing door prizes as well. We have 2 return tickets to Barbados, courtesy Caribbean Airlines, along with 4-night stay at Valair Vacation Apartments in Barbados, and also some really good stuff, and some gift baskets from Vintage Imports, and tickets to North Coast Jazz 2023. So we have some really, really great tour prizes.
You have guest artists?
I do.
Who?
I have John Thomas. He'll be there, and also Felipe Noguera. Because this weekend is also, the show is going to be part of the tribute weekend to Beryl McBurney. And there is going to be a portion of the show that's going to be tributed to her. You know, she is the founder of the Little Carib Theatre. And Felipe is someone who worked with Beryl McBurney. And he's going to be doing a piece that she commonly danced to while he sang with her.
I know Felipe well for many years. I haven't seen him for a while, but well, I wish you all success.
Thank you.
All success.
Thank you.
I heard you mention North Coast Jazz, so you will be on the show next year, 2023.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
But they were kind enough to give some tickets, so thank you, North Coast Jazz, for those tickets.
Okay, so there's one final question. The future. As best as you know, beyond Saturday show, what lies ahead for Leandra?
Recording. I think it's time that I record some stuff of my own. That is something that I'm really looking into at the moment.
When you say stuff of your own, you compose stuff as well?
I don't really compose. Okay, I write, but it's not my strong suit. And I can admit that. So I definitely will be collaborating with someone to get that done.
Hopefully, yes.
But that's something I'm really looking into.
Okay. Well, I wish you every success.
Thank you, Uncle.
Okay, my
Peter.
dear.
Thank you.
Thanks for being my guest.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Okay. You have been viewing Bloodline Podcast. My guest this evening has been opera singer Leandra. Have a good evening and thanks for viewing. Ciao.
Digitize and monetize with iEnt Live, the only platform that provides complete digital support for entertainers, promoters, businesses, and entrepreneurs. Leverage our one-stop digital ecosystem that will allow you to promote your music, sell albums, and host paid events, host webinars and sell courses, promote your concerts, sell tickets and live stream events, and market your business or project to generate new customer leads, traffic, and more. This is all supported by our homegrown AI-driven digital marketing infrastructure that has successfully served hundreds of clients around the world. To learn more, send us a message or call 765-4641.